Goodbye, multiple careers. No guys, I'm not deleting my channel Multiple Careers, but it's true. I am saying goodbye in some way. I am saying goodbye to the old format of Multiple Careers because it's time for change. Things have to change. So here's what's happening. Yesterday, I just started a new channel, which is my Multiple Careers podcast channel. I've realized that over the course of the almost 250 videos that I've published on this channel, I've been a bit inconsistent. Inconsistent not in terms of the uploading frequency, but in terms of the type of videos that I've produced and uploaded. And the short story is that I've decided to start this new Multiple Careers podcast channel to house some of the content that didn't really fit onto this main channel. And I want to let you in a bit into my thought process and also on what you can expect from this channel, as well as my Multiple Careers podcast going forward. After a lot of thinking, overthinking, and ruminating, I came up with 3 reasons why it is absolutely necessary that I start a new channel to separate out my content. The first reason is that I simply want to deliver a better experience for you, my audience. But then the question was, who is my audience? My audience is not just one person. My audience is very, very diverse in terms of interest, experience, and also what they're looking for on this channel. So I spent some time analyzing and also going through the comments that you've left me on this channel to get a better feel on what it is that you're looking for on this channel. And I've kind of figured out that there are actually 3 types of audiences that are currently watching, consuming my content. And by the way, let me know in the comments below which type of audience you think that you fit into. The first type of audience or group of people consuming my content seems to be people who are interested in what is also called edutainment. They're looking for new, interesting, and exciting things such as my video about mini retirement or alternatives to another bachelor's degree, and these kinds of videos are usually those that are more scripted, they are more heavily edited, they have a lot of B-roll, and they are just overall more exciting and more fun to watch, I guess. And they're interested in more general topics such as, should I get another degree or not? How do I get a promotion? And other more broader career related topics. And by the way, guys, I love doing this kind of content. I like making content that is very well thought out, that is scripted, that involves using a lot of B-roll, graphs to explain my point. But then on the other hand, I do realize that there are some videos that I've made in the past that are more of a slow burn, in which I answer some of your questions, in which I discuss important topics in greater length and in greater depth as well. And this type of content is much more organic and is usually unscripted. Sometimes I just have a few bullet points to lead me through the video, or it originates from one of the questions that you've asked me. I just go ahead and discuss that in my video, and there's not a lot of editing involved in the video, so it's very much raw. And I think that those of you who enjoy this kind of content more are those of you who are relatively more mature, who have already had a career for 5 years, 10 years, or even longer. And you're at a stage where you're facing some very specific challenges or problems in your career, and you're really invested in trying to find a solution for this. And this is a subgroup of my audience who usually leaves very interesting and also for me very thought-provoking comments in the comment section. And then there's audience type 3 who is interested in more scripted videos as well as more organic videos. And it doesn't matter which audience subgroup you belong to, I want to thank you all at this stage. I want to thank you so much for watching any of these almost 250 videos that I've made and that you've accompanied me on this journey. But I also hope that going forward, I will be able to produce the kind of content that suits you best, that I also find fun doing. And what will happen to this channel? On this channel, I will keep releasing videos, but the videos on this channel will be of the more scripted, the more edited type of videos, which have a lot of B-roll, which are maybe more exciting and maybe have a more of a short documentary kind of feel. But don't worry, for those of you who are interested in those more slow burn kind of videos, the videos in which I talk in more length and go deeper into certain subjects about career challenges, then do join me on my new Multiple Careers podcast. The second reason why I've decided to, going forward, have these two houses for my content, my existing Multiple Careers channel and my Multiple Careers podcast, is because I want to treat Multiple Careers as a business, as my career, and not just as my hobby. And because of that, I can not only do the things that I think are fun to me, but I also have to make decisions based on business principles. In business, one of the important things that you always need to figure out is how you will produce a product or a service. But even before that, sometimes the even bigger question is that you need to figure out what it is that you want to produce in the first place. It's the same thing with making decisions in your daily life. You can do something excellent and to perfection, but if you want to make progress in your life, then sometimes you can do yourself a very big favor by also asking yourself, am I doing the right things? In other words, sometimes deciding what you want to work on can be more important than how you do it. One thing about the YouTube algorithm, I know that the YouTube algorithm rewards consistency, and I think that to a large measure I've managed to be consistent on my channel. Meaning for the whole stretch of the last year, the last 12 months, I've been mostly uploading consistently 2 times per week, even though it's not on the same days of every week. But I also believe that apart from that consistency and frequency, it will also be beneficial if I try to achieve more consistency in the type of format of videos that I produce. And that is why I really want to give it a try and kind of split this channel into 2 different channels, one on which I produce more scripted or more produced edited content, and the other where the content is more free-flowing, organic, and also possibly longer. It could go up to 30 minutes or even 1 hour there. And by doing that, I believe that going forward, I will be able to bring out the best in each type of these videos. And most importantly for you, my audience, I hope that this will give you a better experience, because you know when you're on the Multiple Careers channel, this is the type of video that you can expect. Whereas when you go onto the Multiple Careers podcast, you know that you can be expecting something longer, something more in-depth and organic. And here comes the third reason why I've decided to start this Multiple Careers podcast. And this has a lot to do with my own career aspirations. And by the way, guys, I hope that by sharing my thought process, talking about how I got to this decision, my reasoning, it can also in some way help you guys in case you are facing some kind of career dilemma, some kind of choice that you are currently trying to make in your career. So the third reason why I'm kind of reformatting this channel and adding a new Multiple Careers podcast channel is because it will allow me to experiment and also drill into the things that I'm really interested in. And there is another thing that I really want to develop, which is speaking and discussing topics in more depth. I love the process of developing ideas and thoughts in real time without having to censor myself. And my Multiple Careers podcast will be the perfect venue or the perfect place to do that. And these are some of the things that I'm planning to do on that podcast. I will definitely have solo podcasts where I continue talking about how you can build a fulfilling and meaningful career by sharing career concepts and also my own experience, other people's experiences. But I'm also hoping to bring on some guests in the future. This will take a bit of time, so bear with me, but that is something that I always wanted to do. Having an interview where I can ask someone who has been through career change or has multiple careers about their journey, how they manage multiple careers, how they made a drastic and big career change, how they dealt with their fears, challenges, and so on. I'm also planning to have some Q&A sessions, so over there you can leave me much more detailed questions if you like, and I'll bundle up all of your questions and then I'll have a Q&A session where I'll address them. And perhaps, just perhaps, I'll even do a live stream in future. I'm still thinking about that, but then again, why not? So guys, I hope that this has given you a good overview of what is going to happen with my channel going forward. So it is goodbye old Multiple Careers channel in a way, but I'm still gonna be here. There will just be some changes, and I do hope that you guys will be joining me on this journey and this process, because I know that it will be a lot of fun and there will be a lot of exciting things happening going forward. And guys, as we're speaking right now, I've already finished my first podcast episode on my Multiple Careers podcast. So if you guys want to be part of that, if you want to check that out, then you can click on the link in the descriptions below. If you click on that, it will take you right to my first Multiple Careers podcast episode, and I would love to see you over there. And thank you so much for all of the support that you've given me so far up to this point. I really appreciate each and every one of you who have watched my videos, hit the like button, and left comments. Thank you so much, and I wish you all the very best for your career, whatever you're trying to pursue and achieve. And do join me on my Multiple Careers podcast.